Why was the eagle selected over all other birds? What makes the eagle so extraordinary? The eagle is a hunter, never content to sit and watch the world idly pass him by. The eagle is forceful and strong, able to move at great speed and with fierce determination. The eagle is renowned for keen vision and for sharp competitive instincts. And the eagle flies higher than others. It is from his vantage point, above the landscape, above the crowd, that he is able to see opportunities missed by others. To look into the eyes of an eagle is to see wisdom and cunning and a keen sense of purpose. To be like the eagle is to adopt its characteristics: competitiveness, vision, determination, wisdom, speed, and the desire to soar above the ordinary. Not everyone will achieve these lofty goals. Few will see the top of the mountain. Few will feel the wind and the rush of success and the thrill of victory that comes from this high level of excellence. Those who do, those few true achievers, are indeed winners.
1989, the Edge man from Chicago, EJ Bassette, was our sales representative of the year. For those of us who were in Atlanta, Georgia, when we presented this award, this is when I really wish I had a camera. It was the most moving acceptance of an award I think I've ever heard. So we reflected and we talked, and EJ decided to give us a couple of words on camera. So I'd like to turn it over to EJ Bassette on video.
When you think about it, what is awards? They're nice to have, but you only get them when you're on the top. So you have to do the groundwork in order to get the awards. You don't walk up and they pick your name at random. EJ Bassette, you've just won an award, but you were at the bottom. So if people that haven't won anything, I would like for them to sit down and just think about what it took for this person to get up here, and not just to look at the end result.
In Paris at the beautiful Hotel Maurice. And we've got a lot of Paris to see in just an hour and a half. Can we do it? Well, maybe, now that we have the help of Vistacon's new aerobic touring. Another tour. EJ, you know, you guys have seen a lot of Paris in an hour and a half, but my question to you is, are you able to retain any of what you've seen?
I don't think I can remember right now, Gary. I've seen an Eiffel Tower. That's the thing with the bridge where the cars go in and out. Then I've seen an Eiffel Tower. It's a big small thing. It has steel and some 286 stairs. The guy runs up, down, all day, and I don't understand where he's going. Then there's the stage Napoleon statue. This guy is in gold, and he's just full of gold. So right now I have to go today. I have to go.
Welcome to Venice.
All right.
Yeah. Land of romance.
Have to learn some nice Italian words.
Some nice Italian words
Now we don't know
for not so nice things, huh?
We're here.
That's
what's important. Yeah. And no kids. I left you at home.
Yeah. Say hi to the grandparents.
We'll bring you something back nice. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, everybody. Hey, bye-bye.
What a shot. Oh, isn't that nice?
No worse.
Get a little bit closer together. Get a little close up.
Oh, there he is.
Say something in French, EJ.
Oh, there he is. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, that's very good.
1, 2, 3. That's all I know.
And started changing my life in order to save my best friend's life. I went on and graduated from college, and I met my college sweetheart. Where's she at? Raise your hand. There she is. My wife and my 3 beautiful kids right there. And I... Stand up. That's it. Oh, I believe in family. because I have one, a big one. And one day when I got out of school, my older brother, I was working with him. And we said we were going to get rich, but the only thing, he was paying me $50 a week. Now, my father said, if you don't get a real job, you're going to have to get out. My wife, or my girlfriend at the time, just got a new job making $15,000. And I said, honey, you got to marry me, because if you don't marry me, he's going to throw me out. She said, I can't marry you. You a broke brother. So I got smart. One day, I went to the store where it was full of people. And I said, if I get romantic and sentimental with all these people around, she can't turn me down. So I got on one knee and I said, will you marry me? She said, no. You ain't making enough money. So I got on my knee and I said, marry me. And the crowd said, marry him. She said, no. I said, marry me. The crowd said, marry him. They said, no. So finally, I grabbed her hand and I said, if you don't marry me, I'm going to squeeze it so hard, you're going to holler something, and they're going to say, she said yes, she said yes. But we took that $15,000 that she made and that $50 a week, and we started our family. She never criticized me for the little money that I bought in that house. She always treated me like a man. That next year, I went to corporate America and became Salesman of the Year for one of the biggest companies in the world. I made over $50,000, and she was just making that little piddly 15. But at the same time, I started traveling all over the world and all over the country. I took her to Europe. I took her to Venice, Italy. I took her to the Bahamas. I took her to Hawaii. Yes, I did. I did, didn't I, baby? Yes, I did. I took that woman all over the world. And when you got a beautiful woman on your arms, oh, it makes a difference, man. It makes a difference.
Here, their time to help children. But EJ Bassette wanted to do more than just volunteer. What he did is he jumped off his climb up the corporate ladder so he could dedicate his life to making a difference for a lot of kids. And ABC 7's Harry Porterfield is here with his story.
That's very, very true, Alan. The subject of our profile was born and raised in the Ida B. Wells housing complex. As a youngster growing up, he was exposed to the violent deaths of 20 friends. Ultimately, after college, he became a top salesman for Johnson & Johnson. But he gave it up to become a motivational speaker because he wanted to make a positive difference. That's why he is someone you should know.
Some of you in this room want to be successful. I really believe you want what you say you want, but your actions are not following what you say you want.
A business and finance class at Chicago Vocational High School, and 35-year-old EJ Bassette is doing what he feels he does best, motivating people.
My message is that they need to stay away from drugs, that they can live their dreams if they set goals and priorities in their life to make their dreams happen.
How many of you have had someone tell you in your face that you can't do what you want to do?
I felt I could relate to him with a lot of stuff he was saying because it was something that had going on in my life that he was talking about.
You have to believe in yourself first before you tell anybody what to do.
Actually can relate to us and make us feel good about ourselves.
Bassette's difficult years as a youngster growing up here in the Ida B. Wells development are chronicled in this book, a book he published himself in hardcover.
There's an art to publishing because, of course, with computers, my wife is a computer engineer. So she diagrammed the book right at home, and we were able to work together as a team. I've turned my life into being a problem solver instead of a person that just looks at a problem and talks about it. I concentrate 10% on the problem, 90% on the solution.
EJ Bassette, motivator and someone you should know. And by the way, that book is not available in bookstores. He sells it personally, and so far, he has sold 4,000 copies.
Wow.
Good for him.
Done very well.
He jumps right in.
That's right.
We've heard about the kind of violence that's happening in today's society, and with me today is EJ Bassette. He is a guy who has seen it firsthand and someone who has ideas on how to stop the violence. Welcome.
Thank you.
You just wrote a book. It is called Silent Cry, getting
Yes.
rave reviews all over, and you're even doing some motivational speaking.
Yes, Hope.
Let's start with the book. Tell me about it. Why'd you write it?
I had to write because of the friends that I lost. Over the years, I probably lost over 25 friends to murder or other things. So I wanted to write a book about my two best friends because one, Ray, always wanted to write this book, and he said one day we were going to make it out of the Ida B. Wells projects in Chicago. And so when Ray was murdered, I decided to go ahead and tell the story that he wanted to write his whole life, to share with the young kids as well as adults that the violence that was once in one area, confined in that area, now has spread throughout all the communities over Chicago.
I asked you earlier, who did you target this book for? And you said everyone, because everybody needs an understanding, first of all, of what's going on. And you also give ideas on how to stop the violence. How can we do that? That's a goal everybody seems to be searching for.
Well, one of the things is, the first thing is just to come to realization. There's a lot of denial right now. There's a lot of people that feel the violence is not in their community, so why do anything about it? And what I'm trying to explain, Hope, is that at one time, the violence was concealed in certain areas, in the Cabrini Green area, the Ida B. Wells area. But because nothing was ever done, any development or anything like that, it was able to spread throughout Chicago. Now it has moved into some of the major suburbs. So the first thing is just to understand that the violence is part of the community. The second thing is to take personal responsibility. Mentor programs, being involved with the youth. What I see as I go around Chicago.
With me, a man whom some have called a knight in shining armor. A champion, you might call, in the Stop the Violence campaign. Please welcome with me, with a good God bless you, speaker and author, EJ Bassette.
Thank you.
EJ, how you doing?
Doing pretty good.
You don't mind if I take a drink?
Not at all.
Where you from? How old are you?
Okay.
Are you married? Do you have little ones running around?
Yes.
Anything like that? Let's talk about that.
Okay, I'm married 9 years, 3 beautiful kids, and
how old are they?
9, 7, and 4.
And they'll be watching this program, so you better call their names.
Okay. Hi, Dina, Mario, and Nikki.
Okay, who's the oldest? Dina?
Dina.
Dina's the oldest.
And Dina wants to be a scientist, Mario wants to be a policeman, and Nikki wants to be Barney. A scientist, Mario wants to be a policeman, and Nikki wants to be Barney.
Our motivational minute this morning. Sometimes we may feel that we are the victims of our circumstances.
And if something bad happens to us, we sometimes have a tendency to just accept it as a roadblock to success. Well, EJ Bassette, the author of a new book entitled Silent Cry, in it, he examines the importance of taking control of our lives and turning negative experiences into learning experiences. In this morning's Motivational Minute, he tells us that we can define our own destiny.
Destiny is not a matter of chance, but a matter of choice. Many of us often wonder, what can we do to be successful? I think it all comes down to the choices that we make in life. See, growing up in Ida B. Wells projects on the south side of Chicago, I had to make some serious choices that had to deal with my life. And over the years, I've learned that the key component to being successful is using your life experiences in good and bad, trying to be the best that you can. There are going to be people that will be part of your life that won't want you to do the things that you need to do. But if you make the right choices, I think that those people will disappear out of your social life and out of your life. Some of the things that you need to do is to have a strong commitment about what you want to do. Try as hard as you can to be as focused. Have a purpose in your life and a mission that you're trying to accomplish. There are many of us who go through life not knowing what we want and where we're trying to go. Part of life is all about knowing your purpose. Have a reason for doing everything that you do. Don't do things that don't make sense. And then, last of all, always have a commitment and a great attitude. Attitude is 75% of everything that you'll ever do in your life. So try your best to keep your attitude positive. When all things fail, your attitude will come through for you.
Good advice. Attitude is everything. To order a copy of EJ Bassette's book, Silent Cry, call 708-747-6822.
They say your eyes don't lie. Let me tell you what Ray Eyes told me that day. His eyes said, I don't want to die like this. His eyes said, give me another chance. His eyes said, who's going to take care of my son? His eyes said, let me do it the right way this time. But see, Ray died the next day. For 6 years, I struggled with Ray's death. I was hurt, I was bitter, because I knew Ray had so much potential. He was such a nice person. He was such a nice looking guy. People who was around Ray automatically liked him. He was funny, he was courageous. He was a friend that you wanted next to you whenever you were in trouble, because Ray was going to always be there for you. So I did the one thing as a friend that Ray always said he wanted to do. I went on and wrote Ray's story and Ray's book for him. I titled it Silent Cry, because here's a man that you would never know, who has lived and died, but you would never know him if I didn't tell you his story. Here's a man that had dreams, that had so many dreams that he taught his best friend to believe in his dream. How powerful is that? When your friend can tell you something and you have so much confidence in that person that you take that dream and it makes your life better for you. You can't get a better friend than that. But he didn't believe in his own dream. You guys are beautiful, magnificent young people. But some of you right in this room don't have the confidence that you show other people. You don't believe in it yourself. That's why we're here, for you to know that it's all right not to have that, because some of us don't have it, but you can get it. As I leave you today, I want you to know that you have to follow your dream. You have to believe in yourself. You have to work with other people, and you have to have teamwork. Thank you for your time, and thank you for listening.